Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to Maths IPE classes by NEET World. Okay, so now we will be doing the SAQ part 2A, that is Maths 2A. Okay, we have already started with is what is that? Maths 2A we have already done in the previous class, correct na? Maths 2A SAQs we have done in the previous class. Okay, whatever we similarly now we are doing Maths 2B. Okay, make a correction, it will be Maths 2B, that is what we will be doing. So when it comes to Maths 2B, what is the chapter that we have first thing? Okay, first thing that we have is, that is we are having, first chapter that we have is circles, correct na? First chapter that we have is circles. From the circles chapter, okay, from the circles chapter we will be doing the VSAQs, that is VSAQs and also SAQs. But now we will be focusing only on the SAQs. What? We will be focusing only on the SAQs, and later after all the chapters SAQs are done, we will be doing the VSAQs, friends, of all the chapters. So yesterday we started with Maths 2A SAQ, we did the questions on complex numbers, correct na? Now we will be doing 2B. Okay, there it is. Hi. Circles already we have done what? LAQs, correct na? There will be two LAQs from circles. So total highest weighted chapter, okay, circles is how many questions we will be getting, or how many marks worth questions we will get from circles chapter total. What is considering SAQs, VSAQs and LAQs, we will be getting total 22 marks. We will be getting total 22 marks. I have already told you how this soft copy, it will be highly useful for you. Okay, still time is there, please download it today itself and start using it. Okay, now when we talk about this chapter, more important, okay, when we talk about SAQs, so see here SAQs, so total we know that there will be how many questions? SAQs must be all that there will be total 7 questions, out of which you have to attend 5 questions, each question carrying 4 marks, so you have to get 20 marks from SAQs, correct. Now these are the SAQs that we have. Okay, SAQs, these are the chapters: circles, system of circles, ellipse, hyperbola, definite integrals, differential equation. So if you talk about this, from circles you will be get one SAQ, system of circles 1, and ellipse you will be getting 2 SAQs, very important chapter for what? SAQs. Hyperbola 1 SAQ, definite integrals 1, and differential equations 1. So total how many? 7 SAQs, out of which you have to attend 5. And ellipse SAQs are very easy, so 2 out of 2 you can attend from ellipse also. And circles, since you have done LAQs, now doing SAQs will be very easy. Clear, friends? Now let us start with the circles SAQ. I hope I am right. Let me check once. Now doing SAQs will be very okay. Do share with as many as possible. So let us start, friends. Let us start with circles. What is the page number? The page number is 39, correct. The decoded easily look. Whereas inner mind the system of circles, we want circles. Is present around the animal. So here we have on the chapter of circles we will be doing SAQs. Now observe here, look at this. So first when we talk about the circles, let us start with this question. They are telling find the length of the chord intercepted by the circle. Circle equation is given, and on the line, okay, on the line y is equal to x minus 3. This what is given. Okay, find the equation of the, find the length of the chord intercepted by the circle on the line y is equal to x minus 3 is given. So what does this question say? Okay, now they are telling what is the circle equation that they have given. They are telling find the length of the chord intercepted by the circle, okay, on the line y is equal to x minus 3. So given what we have to do here, question is given as what? Observe here carefully. The question that is given is, let me take up this color, let me see if it is visible. Okay, let me use yellow itself, that will be better, or orange. So if I take up this one, see here, okay, so it is given as what? We have to find length of the chord. Okay, so what we should do, let us take up the solution. So solution is what, friends? So given S is equal to, what I should write, given S is equal to x square
90% of the function formed by the mitochondria
plus 3y
of the minus
2 is equal to 0. That is equation 1. Okay, and they have given what? They have given what? Line. And line, what is it given? Line is given as y is equal to x minus 3. This I can write it as what? I can write it as, if I send y that side, I will get it as what? I will get it as x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, I can write it as equation 2. Okay, I can write this as 2. I can write this as equation 2. Now, what will happen? They are asking what? Find the length of the chord. Okay,
Plaza.
that is the line.
Move to variety of areas such as
Line is what? This is the chord. Okay, find the length of the chord they are telling. Okay, find the length of the chord. Okay, find the length of the chord. This is representing what? Chord. This is representing chord. Find the length of the chord. Okay, cutting the circle. This is cutting the circle. Which circle? This circle. Now let us draw the figure. Okay, what does the figure say? See, the figure will be like this. This will be S is equal to 0. This will be S is equal to 0. This will be the, let this be the line. Let this be the line. Line is what? Line equation is given as what? X minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. This is chord. Okay, so we have to find the length of the chord. Let this be center C of the circle. Okay, this will be the
own protein.
So this distance is what? If I talk about this distance, if I talk about this, let this be P. This CP is what?
Having the ability of capturing
L. This
is
is
their own proteins. It can help.
and definitely if I draw one line here, this is what? Radius of the circle. What, friends? Radius of the circle. Okay, let this be D. Let this be D instead of P. Let this be D. Let this be D. Okay. Now, if I talk about this C to D, this is nothing but what, friends? This is perpendicular distance. Let this be small and
where they will
what? This is what here. Let this be smaller. Okay, let this be smaller. This is what? Radius of the circle. So
chloroplast also.
Chloroplast. So Pythagoras, we can write this as what? This is hypotenuse. Okay, CDE. Okay. So this is what? This is hypotenuse. Okay, this is hypotenuse. C is hypotenuse. That is R is hypotenuse. If I want this by Pythagoras theorem, what I'll get? I'll get it as R square, square root of R square minus D square. This will be what? Square root of
now remember
minus D square. This is E. Okay, EDF. Let me write it as F. But I EF. Chord length is what? EF. EF, if I want, this CD will divide the line EF into two equal parts. Own EF is by 2 times ED. That is nothing but what? 2 times. Okay, EF is equal to chord length. Chord length is equal to what? 2 times ED. 2 times ED. That is nothing but equal to what? 2 times ED means that is nothing but equal to what I can write? ED, what is the value we got? ED, that is nothing but what? ED is nothing but 2 times square root of R square minus D square. Okay, this is, let me write this as 3. Let me write this as 3. Now see here, for S, okay, R square D square you have to find out, correct now? Now the perpendicular distance. Okay, first let us find out radius R. For S is equal to 0, for S is equal to 0, okay, so what is this? 2g is what, friends? So here if you compare this with standard equation of the circle, x square plus y square plus 2g, x plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So 2g is equal to what, friends? 2g is equal to minus 1. So g will be equal to what? Minus 1 by 2. What about 2f? 2f is equal to what, friends? 2f is equal to 3. Okay, so f will be equal to what, friends? 3 by 2. Now center C will be what? Minus g minus f. So center C will be equal to what, friends? 1 by 2 comma minus 3 by 2. This is what we have. 1 by 2 comma minus 3 by 2. This is what we have, center C. Now we have to find the radius. Let us find out this equation. What we have? R is there and D is there. First let us find out the radius. Radius R. Radius R is given by what? Radius R is equal to square root of g square plus f square minus c. Square root of absolute f square minus c. C is constant. Okay. So that is g square is what here? 1 by 2 square minus f square is what? Plus f square is what? Minus 3 by 2 square minus c. C is what here, friends? C is minus 22. C is what here? Minus 22. Okay, this will be minus 22. So what will happen? This will become 1 by 2 square means this will become 1 by 4 plus minus 3 by 2 square means this is squaring, minus into minus will become plus, this will become 9 by 4, okay, minus into minus is plus 22, this is what we will be having. Now what I can write this, I can write
Proteins, inner membrane. Why inner membrane requires
5 by 2, 5 by 2, C electron. So this will be, if I take 2 as LCM, this will be 24,
proteins are coming from
2 into
plus to getting the point. But outer
what? 40,
now we
4 plus 5 is 49. So 49 by 2, that I can write it as what, friends? I can 49 can be written as what? Square root.
where protons can accumulate it. In the last class,
I'll have what? 7 by root 2. Okay, what I can write here? Therefore, I can write it as what? Here, therefore, what I got? R is equal to 7 by root 2. I got it. R is equal to 7 by root 2. I got it. Now I want to find out the value of D. That is what? Perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance D on line AX plus BY plus C is given by what? Is given by see here, is given by, observe here carefully, is given by D is equal to AX1 plus BY1 plus C by square root of A square plus B square. Okay, here x1 y1 corresponds to the center, that is, what is it? 1 by 2 comma minus 3 by 2. So that is what? This is x1, this is y1. Okay, from the center we are finding the perpendicular distance. So x1 y1
and they enter
center. Okay, this is what is this? This is 1 by 2 comma minus 3 by 2. This is x1 y1. So let us find out the value of D. Here A is what? Here A is, let us write down. Here A is what, friends? If I talk about this, here A is what? See,
point.
perpendicular distance
But
on x1.
in
D, here A is what, friends? If I talk about this line, okay, perpendicular distance from
we reach the destination
on line, what is that? X, what is it? X, what is this? X minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. X minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Correct now? X minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. What is that we have? So here A is what? 1. B is what? Minus 1. So next page if we go, we have to find out D. So D is what, friends? D is equal to AX1. A is what? 1 into x1 is what, friends? X1 is, see here, x1 is 1. Okay, 1 by 2. 1 into 1 by 2 plus B is what? AX1 plus BY1. Okay, B is what? Minus 1 into what is it that we have? Minus 1 into Y1 is minus 3 by 2. Minus into minus will become what? Plus. So I can write here plus, I can write it directly here. See, this will become what? 1 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus what is this? Plus 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2. What is that we have? Plus C. C is what here, friends? C is what here? C is what here? C is the value that we have here itself. Same thing. That value itself is C. Okay. That value itself is C. We have to take it. Here C is minus 3.
getting into
minus 3.
outer and
C is minus 3. And one more thing, you have to take the modulus here.
the wall of
This value is modulus of this. We have to take it. Plus C. This is plus C. This is plus of this.
the outer membrane.
This is plus of this. Plus C here is what? C here is minus 3 divided by what we have? A square minus B square. That is 1 square plus minus 1 square. Okay, what do we get here? So D will be equal to what, friends? 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2. That will be of 4 by 2. 4 by 2 by 2. 4 by 2 will be 2. 2 minus 3. This will be 2 minus 3 divided by square root of 1 square plus 1 square is, that is 2. Okay. So what I'll have? D will be equal to, okay, 2 minus 1 is what I am having? 2 minus 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 by root 2. Minus 1 by root 2. So D will be equal to what, friends? Modulus is removed. Means it will become 1 by root 2. Okay. D will be 1 by root 2. Now take equation 3. Okay. So now take equation 3. Now take equation 3. Take equation 3. That is length of the chord is equal to 2 times square root of r square minus d square. So this will become what, friends? This implies this will become equal to what? 2 times square root of r square. R square is what? R is what? 1 by root 2 whole square. Okay, 1 by root 2 whole square minus d square is what? Okay, minus d square is what? What do we get? R square minus d square. Correct na? Length of the chord. So R is what we got? R is what we got? 7 by root 2. Correct na? 7 by root 2. It is not 1 by root 2. This is 7 by root 2. 7 by root 2 whole square minus 1 by root 2 whole square. Because d is what? 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 whole square. So this is what, friends? 2 into square root of 7 square is 49 by 2 minus 1 by 2. This is what I have. Now 2 into 49 by 2 is 7. 49 by 2 minus 1 is 48 by 2. This will be what? 2 into square root of 24. So 24, if I factorize this, I can write it as what? If I factorize this, I can write it as what, friends? So 24, if I factorize it, I can write it as 4 into 6. So square root of 4 is what? 2. So 2 into 2 into what is this? I can write it root 6. So this will become what? 4 root 6. Okay. So length of the chord is equal to what? Length of the chord is equal to 4 root 6 units. Length of the chord is equal to 4 root 6 units. Length of the chord is equal to what? 4 root 6 units. This is what we will have. Okay. Length of the chord is equal to what, friends? 4 root 6 units. Length of the chord is equal to 4 root 6 units. This is the final answer, friends. This is how you got to solve this question.
Because its three-dimensional structure is functionally active.
The answer here, yes, we are getting 4 root 6 units. That is what we got. Okay, 4 root 6 units. Let us move to the next question, friends. Let us move to the next question. One very important question let us take up. Okay, that is question number 10. Very important, see here. They are telling, what they are telling? Observe here. What they are telling is, if a point P is moving such that the length of the tangents drawn from P to circles, two circles, these are two circles, let this be S, let this be S dash, okay, is equal to 0 or in the ratio 2:3, then find the equation of the locus of P. They are asking us to find the equation of the locus of P. Now let us solve this question, friends. Now let us take up this question. Okay. Now let us take up this question.
Chopper present in the endoplasmic reticulum lumen.
First, what you should do? So when I talk about this question, see here. Solution. Actually, it should be solution. Question is already given. Solution. What that here? That point P
movement of the proteins from the cytoplasmic
circles.
Mitochondria.
Equal to 0, S dash is equal to 0 or in the ratio. Okay, 2:3. Find the equation of locus of P. First, let us write out the given system of circles is given equation of circles are, okay, that is what? First is S. Okay, first is S is equal to, what is that? We got S is equal to x square plus y square x square plus y square minus 4x, okay, minus 4x minus 6y minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, next is, let me take it as h dash, x dash, that is given as what? X square plus y square plus 6x plus 18y plus 26 is equal to 0. Plus 26 is equal to 0. This is what we have. This is what we have, friends. Now what they are asking, let us draw the figure now. Let us draw the figure. Writing the figure is very important. Now they are telling two circles are there. Okay. Let this be S is equal to 0. Let this another circle be, what is this? Let this be S dash is equal to 0. Let this be point P. From this point P, okay, tangents are drawn from this point P to these two circles. Okay. To these two circles. Okay, this is point P. Okay, this is what we are having. So it is in the ratio such that this is 2x, this is 3x. That is 2:3 ratio. Length of the tangent from P. Let this point P be x1 by 1. Okay. Let this point P be x1 by 1. Okay. Let this point P be x1 by 1. Okay. Point of contact of the tangents from S and S dash. Okay. It is in the ratio, length of the tangent is what? From S is equal to 0 is 2 and this is what? 3x. Okay. Now what we will do? Okay. Now they are asking what? They are asking find the equation of P. Okay. Find the equation of P. Find the equation of locus of P. So see here, this P can be here, or the P can be here, or the P can be here, or P can be here. So this will be a line. Okay, this will be a line. So they are asking the equation of locus of this point P or line P. Okay, or the line represented by point P. Okay. Now what we will do? Observe here carefully. Okay. Let P x1 comma y1. Okay, or let us take it directly. The length of tangent from P x1 y1 x1 comma y1 to S S is equal to 0 and S dash is equal to 0 is given by what? Is given by what? See here is given by square root of S11 and square root of S dash 11 respectively. It is what? Respectively. Now what will happen here? Now look at this. What I can write? Square root of S111, okay, is equal to what? Square root of S111 is nothing but wherever x is there, you should write it as x1. That's all. Wherever x is there, you should write it as x1. Pinky Reddy, Vemula. Yeah. See, first year classes will start from tomorrow onwards. Okay. We will be starting with tomorrow onwards. We will be starting with LAQs. Then we will be doing what? Then we will be doing SAQs and also VSAQs. We promise that we will complete all the questions pertaining to first year also. That is 1A and also 1B. No need to worry about that. Clear? Please stay tuned for the classes. Okay. Now see here, square root of S11. Square root of S11 can be written as what? Where x is there, I should write it as what? X1 square plus y1 square minus 4x1 minus 6y1 minus 12 is equal to 0. This 12 is equal to 0. Square root of what is this? S dash 11. What I should write? I should write it as x1 square plus y1 square plus 6x1 plus 18y1 plus 26. Correct? Plus 26. This is what we have. It should not be this should not be equal to 0 because this is length. This is not the equation. This is length. Now what I can write? Okay, square root of S11 by square root of S dash 11. This length is given to be what? It is in the ratio of 2:3. They have given. Okay, they are telling it as what? It is in the ratio of 2:3. Now square on both sides. What I will get? Okay, S11 by this is S dash 11. S dash 11. I will have squaring on both sides means I will have 4 by 9. I will have 4 by 9 here. If I square this side, here square root will be gone. I will have 4 by 9. So S11 by S dash 11. Okay, now 9 into this one. So that implies
more careful.
This implies 9 into what is that? S11. That is nothing but 9 into x1 square plus y1 square minus 4x1 minus 6y1.
We'll start by.
Will be equal to okay, 4 into S dash 11. 4 into x dash 11 is 4 into x1 square, okay, plus y1 square plus 6x1 plus 18y1 plus 26. This is what we'll have. Okay, now we have to multiply 9 with this and 4 with this. What we'll get? Okay, let us write it here. On multiplying this, what we'll get? Let us write it here. On multiplying this, we'll get it as what? On multiplying with 9, we'll get it as 2. 4 by 9, correct? 4 by 9. So we'll get it as what? We'll get it as this implies, I am writing it directly, 9 into x1 square, 9 into y1 square, okay, 9 4 is 36 x1 minus 54 y1 minus 108, okay, will be equal to 4 into x1 square plus 4 into y1 square plus 24, 4 6 is 24 x1 72 y1 plus 104. This is what we will have. Okay, this is what we will have, friends. Now let us equate this. If I bring this 4 this side, what will happen? X1 square, 9 minus 4, it will be 5 into x1 square. Okay, this is, if I bring it y this side, this will be 9 minus 4, 5 into y1 square. Okay, minus 36 plus 24. Minus 36 plus 24 is what? Minus 60 x1. Minus 5 into y1. Okay, plus 72 into y1. Okay, this will become what? Minus 77 y1. Correct now? Minus 77 y1. This is 54. Actually, there should be 54. Correct now? That will be 54. This should be 54. This should be 54y1. This should be 54y1. Should be minus 54y1. Okay, minus 54 this one, minus 54 plus 72. 50 plus 70 is 120. This will be 126. Okay, minus 126. This will be minus 126 y1. Okay, 104 minus this is minus 212 is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. So instead of x1 y1, the equation should be in x and y. So this will become what? This will become, okay, this will become what, friends? This will become x and y. Okay, that's all it would become. Okay, so that's all it would become. 5x square plus 5y square. Okay, minus 126x minus 36y. Correct na? Minus 36y plus 24. Okay, minus 36y plus 24. If I bring it this side, okay, if I bring it this side, this should become 60. Actually this should be, see here, this will become what? This will become plus 4y1 square. Okay, this is plus 36x1. This will be minus 24. This will be minus 24x1. If I bring it this side, this will be plus 60x1 minus 126y minus 212. Now what will happen? So instead of x and y1, I'll write it as x and y. So 5x square plus 5y square plus 60x minus 126y minus 212 is equal to 0 is the required equation of the locus. Therefore this one is the required equation of the locus. Is the required equation of locus. It's a required equation of locus. Clear, friends? This is how you got to solve this question. So first thing is what? Okay, first thing you have to take what? S1 is equal to 0, S2, S dash is equal to 0. We got it. So length of the tangent from P of x1 comma y1 is what? Square root of S11, square root of S dash 11. Okay, so that ratio is given. Multiply it and equate it, and you will get it as what? You will get it as the locus of P. Okay, it's the required equation of locus of P. Clear? It's the required equation of locus of P. Clear, friends? This is how you got to solve this question. This is how you got to solve this question. Now let us move to the next question, friends. Now let us move to the next question. Let us take up next question. Let me take up the question. What is the question that is given? Next question, friends. Now this question is important. So see here, show that x plus y plus 1 is equal to 0 plus 1 is equal to 0 touches the circle, circle is what? What is the circle equation? X square plus y square minus 3x plus 7y plus 14 is equal to 0, and also find its point of contact. This is what they are asking. Also find its point of contact. This is what they are asking, friends. Also find its point of contact. This is what they are asking. Now see here, for this question, let me explain the concept first. So solution. Suppose the given circle, let us take it as the given circle. The given circle is okay, s is equal to what is that? X square plus y square minus 3x plus 7y plus 14 is equal to 0. This first thing. And line is what is that line? Line L is equal to what is that they have given? X plus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now see here the given circle. Okay, now let us draw the figure. This is the circle. Okay, this is the circle. Let us draw it here. So this is the circle. Okay, and let this be the line, let this be the line, it is touching at one point. Okay, let this be the line L. Okay, line L. Okay, this line L is what? Represented by x plus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Let this be center C. Let this be center C. Now they are asking us what? They are asking us first to prove that this line is touching the circle or this circle is touching the line. What we have to do, from this center we have some perpendicular distance. This perpendicular distance, let it be d. We have to prove that this perpendicular distance is equal to the radius of the circle. Okay, we have to prove that this perpendicular distance from C to this line is equal to the radius of the circle. If you prove that they both are equal, then that means what? The circle is touching the line. Okay, or this line is touching the circle. Okay, so first thing is what? To prove the line touches the circle. To prove that the line touches the circle. To prove that the line touches the circle, what we should take? To prove that the line touches the circle, so what we should take? The given circle. What we will do? The given circle S is equal to, what is that? We have x square plus y square, okay, minus 3x plus 7y plus 14 is equal to 0. Now here, okay, here what is that we have? We have to find the center. 2g is what? 2g is minus 3. So g is equal to what? Minus 3 by 2. What about 2y or 2f? 2f is 7. So f is equal to 7 by 2. So center C will be what, friend? Center C will be equal to what, friend? Center C will be equal to minus g minus f, minus g comma minus f. So that would be equal to what? That would be equal to 3 by 2 comma minus 7 by 2. This is center. Now C is what we are having? C is 14. Now radius R is given by what? Radius R is equal to g square plus f square minus c. Correct? So let us put the values and find the radius. So g is what here? 3 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2 square. I should do it here. 3 by 2 square. F is what here? Minus 7 by 2 plus minus 7 by 2 whole square minus, this is g square plus f square minus c. Correct na? G square plus f square minus c. So minus c means this is what? Minus 14. This is minus 14. Now square root of 3 by 2 is what? 9 by 4 plus 49 by 4 minus, what is this? Minus c is 14. Okay, this is radius R. Now we have to find the radius R. Let us continue. 49 plus 9 is what, friends? 58. 58 by 4 is what? 58 by 4 is, I can write it as what? 29 by 2. Okay, let me write one more step. 58 by 4 minus 14. This is what I can write? 2 2s are 2 29s are. I'll have what? Square root of 29 by 2 minus 14. Okay, this will be equal to what? If I take LCM as 2, so that is 29 minus 28. So that will be, radius will be equal to what? 1 by 2. That is nothing but square root of 1 by 2. So radius will be equal to what, friends? 1 by root 2. So this will be equation 1. This will be equation 1. Now the perpendicular distance. Now the perpendicular distance from center. This is what we got the center here? Minus 3. What is that? What is the center that we got, friends? 3 comma 2 minus 7 by 2. Okay. Now perpendicular distance from center, from center C 3 by 2 comma minus 7 by 2, 3 by 2 comma minus 7 by 2 to what is that? What is the line we have? X plus y plus 1 is equal to 0 is given by x plus y plus 1 is equal to 0 is given by let us first write the formula. D is equal to ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. Okay, here what do we have? Here x1 is what, friends? X1 is 3 by 2, y1 is minus 7 by 2. Correct na? Y1 is minus 7 by 2. What is A? A here is what? A here is 1, B here is 1, and C here is what, friends? C here is also 1. Okay, C is also 1. So D will be equal to what, friends? Square root of, what is that? Not square root, this should be modulus. Correct na? So this will be modulus of 1 into 3 by 2, that is 3 by 2 only, plus B into 1 into 7 by 2 minus 7 by 2. I can write this as minus 7 by 2 minus 7 by 2. What is that we have? plus c is 1 divided by a square plus b square. A square plus b square is 1 plus 1 square plus 1 square. So what do I have modulus? So 3 by 2 minus 7 by 2. I will have what? Minus 4 by 2. Minus 4 by 2 means it is minus 2 plus 1 divided by square root of 2. Okay, so minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So d is equal to modulus of minus 1 by root 2. So modulus, if I remove, this will become what? 1 by root 2. So the perpendicular distance. So d is equal to what? I got 1 by root 2. So this is equation 2. So from 1 and 2, what I can take? From 1 and 2, okay, we can say that the given line touches the circle S is equal to 0. Now second is what? To find point of contact. Okay, let P h comma k be the point of be the foot of perpendicular. We got what? Perpendicular in foot of perpendicular from C. Foot of perpendicular means point of contact. This point of contact only we are finding. Point of contact. Foot of perpendicular from center to line x plus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore we can write it as what? Okay, h minus x1 by a is equal to k minus y1 by b is equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. This is what we can write it. Okay, this is the thing we can do. This is what we can write it. This is what we can write it. Okay, so what we can do? This value we can equate it to k, or we can just put the values. So here h value we don't know. X1 is what? X1 is what I wrote here. X1 is 3 by 2. Okay, h minus 3 by 2 by a is what? A is what, friends? A is 1 only. A is 1. Okay, k minus y1. K minus y1 is what? Y1 is what is? Y1 is minus 7 by 2. This will become plus 7 by 2 by b is what? By b is 1. Okay, by b means it is 1. This is 7 by 2. Minus into minus will become plus. This is 7 by 2 by 1. This is what we have. Clear? Now this should be equal to minus ax1 plus by1 plus c. So minus ax1 plus by1 c means what? A minus of what is this? Ax1. A is what, friends? A is 1. Okay, x1 is what? X1 is what is that? We have x1. X1 is 3 by 2. Correct now? Ax1 3 by 2. Okay, minus 7 by 2 bx1 plus c is what? C is what here? 1 by square root of a square plus b square means it is root 2. This is what we have. Now on equating this, what I have? Minus 3 by 2 minus 7 by 2 is what, friends? Minus 3 by 2 minus 7 by 2 is what I am having? Minus 4 by 2. Minus 4 by 2 means it is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Okay, minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So minus into minus is, I can write this as minus into minus 1 by root 2. So this can be written as minus into minus, this will become 1 by root 2. Now what I will have? Plus this one, I can equate this to this 1 by root 2. I can equate this to 1 by root 2. So what I will have? H minus 3 by 2. H minus 3 by 2 is equal to 1 by root 2. Here I can write what? H plus 7 by 2. 7 by 2 is equal to 1 by root 2. So this will become what? H is equal to 1 by root 2 plus 3 by 2. I think this should be just a square plus b square. Correct now? I think this should be just a square plus b square, not square root. I think this should be just a square plus b square, not square root. By a square plus b square. This should be, make a change here. This should be just a square plus b square. Okay, this should be just a square plus b square. B should be equal to a square plus b square. This is what we have. Okay, 3 by, what is this? 3 by 2 minus 7 by 2 plus 1 is equal to minus of this. This should be made as what? Here this will become what? This will become, this will be what I am having? This will be 2 a square plus a square is what? 2. This will be what? What I will be having? this will be, I'll having minus of minus 1 by 2, this will be 1 by 2, correct. Now see here, here also I should do what? This should be equal to, this should be equal to 1 by 2, 1 by 2, this is what? 7 by 2 is equal to what? 1 by 2, okay. 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, that is what I have, that is 3 plus 1, 4 by 2, okay. 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, correct now? So this is what? 1 by 2 minus 7 by 2, what I am having? Minus 6 by 2, correct. This is what we will be having, this is what we will be having, okay. This is what we will be having, correct. So h will be equal to what? H will be equal to 2 and k, this should be k, right? This should be k, everywhere it should be k, k plus, k will be equal to, this will be equal to minus 3, this will be equal to minus 3. So h comma k, p of h comma k will be equal to, what is this? 2 comma minus 3 is the point of contact, is the point of contact, is the point of contact, clear friends? Is the point of contact. See here, this is the way you got to solve this question. So p will be here, okay, p will be here, h comma k, p will be here, h comma k, this is the point of contact, this is the point of contact friends, clear? This is the way you got to solve these questions, this is the way you got to solve these questions, clear? So let us move to the next question friends, let us move to the next question. Okay, so now in this class we learned, okay, the questions on what? Length of the tangent, okay, length of the chord and tangent, and also equation of locus of the point, okay, if it is touching the circle, and we also had to find point of contact. Instead of solving the next question, okay, you please revise this question once, go through this question once. We'll come up with another part for circles only, where we'll be solving, okay, some more questions on SAQs of circles, clear? Some more SAQs on okay, or circles chapter, so that we'll do it comprehensively. We have to solve even more questions of SAQs or circles. Alright friends, thank you. I'll wind up now. Let's meet in another session where we'll be talking about Maths 2A SAQs pertaining to quadratic equations or quadratic expressions. Okay, thank you friends. I'll wind up now. Take care.